Hello, this is a tutorial on how to package and send research data to digital preservation using the Fairdata management interface. Digital preservation requires that the research data meets certain technical quality standards. This means that the data should be managed well from the start of the research. Appraisal and data management plans are central in achieving this. Before you can use the management interface, you must apply for a preservation agreement from the Ministry of Education and Culture. CSC will grant the contact person of the agreement rights to manage and add users to the agreement once it is in place. This requires an active CSC account. Managing the agreement is done as a self-service in the My CSC portal at my.csc.fi. This video assumes that the data is stored in the Fairdata EDA service. The data will be fetched from the EDA to the packaging service as you are using the management interface. Research data can also be ingested to digital preservation through other routes, but these are not included in this video tutorial. Before using the management interface, the data must be described and published as a dataset using the Kuvain tool. Only datasets with published metadata can be processed in a management interface. The Fairdata management interface, which you see here, is a user interface for selecting and ingesting data to digital preservation. Using the interface and selecting a dataset starts a background process that generates technical metadata, validates the technical aspects of the data, packages it, combines descriptive, technical, and provenance metadata with the files, and sends the packaged content to digital preservation. The published datasets are visible in the datasets view. You can search for datasets and filter them according to their status. Once you have found a dataset, choose it. The dataset view displays the description of the chosen dataset. It must be added to a preservation agreement granted by the Ministry of Education and Culture. The list displays the agreements you have rights to. Select the right agreement. And proceed to the next step by clicking Identify Files. This step collects the files to the packaging service from EDA and generates technical metadata. This step can take a long time. You can safely exit from the interface and return at a later time. The process will not be interrupted. Some time has passed now, and the technical characteristics have been identified. It is recommended that you check the generated metadata before you proceed. The tools can sometimes produce erroneous metadata. Once you have checked the metadata, select I have checked the metadata. You can also write a justification for why the data should be preserved. This is optional and will only be visible to the person who approves the request. Proceed to the approval step by clicking on Confirm Metadata. If you yourself do not have rights to approve datasets for digital preservation, the request will now be sent to a person with approval rights for the selected preservation agreement. A person with approval rights, which can include you, can now approve the dataset for digital preservation. This view displays the quota of the preservation agreement and the justification if one was provided. To approve a dataset, click Accept. Once approved, the content will be validated against technical quality standards, packaged together with the metadata, and sent to digital preservation. This step will take a long time, and as before, you can exit the management interface and return later. The interface will always display the status of the dataset and redirect you to the appropriate view automatically. The dataset is now in digital preservation. Congratulations! Now it will be usable and available for a long time in the future. Reuse of the dataset is possible by disseminating the data from digital preservation. To do so, click on Create DIP. This requires rights to fetch the selected dataset. This step will also take some time, and you can return to this view at a later time to download the produced and ready dissemination package. This was a short tutorial on how to process data in the management interface, including a brief description of how to digitally preserve research data using Fairdata services. Thank you.